All right, so this is so cool to just sit down and do a recap of a retreat with my favorite cup of coffee and my favorite cup, Kingdom Entrepreneurs Business Network cup from a Denver conference that we've done. And of course, I love to drink my coffee without a lid. All right, so let's have a conversation about Kingdom Entrepreneurs Business Network retreats. We just finished one and just wanted to get on camera and record a few things. And hopefully, whatever I say, the recap of the retreat will be impactful for some people to attend next year. So, what do we do at the retreats? They're done in a group coaching format. So, usually, we're used to going into an event, listening to a speaker, and then taking notes, learning about a specific subject. The way we run our retreats is we have a specific exercise. We have retreat books that we develop, create with specific exercises. There could be on personal growth, on business growth, on just anything, personal and business. And we get together, we divide into groups, and we do the exercises in the groups. Then we discuss them in the groups, and we learn from one another. So it's a group teaching, right? Group coaching format, if you will. So another thing, really cool thing that we do, and this is part of the retreats, is it's a must for us to have some sort of outdoor activity where we just go out, spend half a day outside, outdoors. So usually we do it on the first day, and then basically we're outdoors, we're breathing fresh air, we're doing something, and it's a reset. It's a hard reset for us to forget about what's happening in the business, the challenges that we have back at home in businesses and so forth. So we're like unplugging from all of this running 100 miles an hour. Yeah, we spend time with other entrepreneurs and we network, we get to know each other. So this year we went out to this amazing place. It's not a shooting range, it's like the shooting farm, if you will, clay pigeon place where you shoot clay pigeons. And we had a competition. So we were divided into 3 groups, and each group had a leader and a safety officer. And we went out and we had fun for about 4 hours, just being outside, having fun, making jokes, obviously competing, right? And I have a privilege of taking seconds. Well, some guys debating if I took second or third, but it's a second, okay? The rules are the rules. And yeah, so we had a competition, had an amazing time. So first, in our retreat, we do this outdoor exercise where people just get to know each other. We do something fun. We get a hard reset, do an outdoor activity. We've done many different activities over the years. And that kind of like, it just brings everyone together, right? So we get to know each other at the event. Another thing we do is we have quite a bit of free time. So usually we eat dinners together. We usually invite these amazing ladies that prep our Slavic cuisine for us. So all of the meals happen in the house where we're staying, and we usually rent a large enough Airbnb to house everyone. So yeah, we do all of the meals together. So you get plenty of time to just sit to a new person every time you have a meal and get to know what they do, talk business, talk life, and so forth. Another thing we do is obviously sauna is very important for us. So yeah, we usually have sauna or at least a hot tub or both, hopefully a swimming pool, depends on the house. And yeah, free time goes by very quick when you do these type of things and you connect with people. So usually when we start the retreat, we do a few personal exercises, and then we go in and do a few business growth exercises. So this year, our business growth exercises were based on 2 books. First book was 10x is easier than 2x, and the second one was on habits. and we had exercises built around those two topics. And it was just created such a powerful, I don't know, momentum of discussions of just in the morning when you sit down and start thinking about these things, and you're spending uninterrupted time, your phone is off, no one is bothering you, you have these amazing people around you where you process the information with, and you discuss things in a group. It just created such an amazing environment, just for you to be disconnected from your business and here just working on all of these things for your business, for your future, for your family, for your employees. It's an amazing thing. One of the things that I absolutely love about the retreats is to meet new people, because on the first day when we do the introductions, the icebreaker, and we kind of talk about who we are and what we do, you kind of feel tension, maybe just like this little uncertainty in the room. And then by the end of the retreat, when everyone is leaving, you're giving that person a hug, because it feels like you've known the person for like years because of just spending time together. So that's just one of the most powerful and amazing things at the retreats that I absolutely love. Besides just focusing on the different activities, different exercises for personal growth and business growth, we always try to invite a pastor with some sort of a business background to spend time with us throughout the whole retreat. And we have slots where you can sign up and you can pray personally with the pastor. We also dedicate a portion of the time during the retreat to prayer, praying for one another, ministering to one another, because that's where the real strength is, right? When you're at the retreat and you have these group discussions and you have these discussions during the meals, and all of a sudden you realize that the guy next to me is going through some very similar things that I go through, right? Because all of these entrepreneurs are in the room and they're facing similar issues, right? So you're realizing, man, okay, that's interesting. And then you see other entrepreneurs serving, entrepreneurs serving other entrepreneurs, praying for them and stuff. And it just creates such a powerful atmosphere. We always see how God moves in our retreats, and it's just such a powerful thing to see. I think one of the common things that I always hear from entrepreneurs is that, man, I was thinking of canceling. Things are just so busy at the office. Things are just so like last minute this came up, and I was just very close to calling in and saying, hey, I'm going to cancel out, not going to come. So that's very common. And then another thing that's very common at the end, once the retreat is done, I hear this a lot of times where the entrepreneurs will say, I am so glad that I did not cancel, because I was able to take time away from business, reset, spend time with some amazing people, get to know some amazing people, connect with some people on a personal level. And then they would also say what God has done through other people during the retreat, how they received certain nuggets from whatever conversations that we had. This year was very interesting. We went out on the first day to do the shooting range competition, and so many guys attributed a lot of things to the shooting range, because when you're mount up and you're ready to shoot at the clay, right, when it's flying, the longer you wait, the further the target gets away from you. And it's very similar in business, right? So just a lot of amazing takeaways. So it's always amazing to hear these takeaways at the end of the retreat. Another common thing that I hear is entrepreneurs would say, well, it feels like I'm alone on the island, and I don't really have anyone that can speak into my life, or maybe my circle of friends is different, where I don't have anyone that is further than me in business, and I just learn from my own mistakes. I would invite you to come to our next retreat. Sign up for our social media channels and watch. We're gonna have one more coming up in Florida in 2026, maybe in some other places as well. So yes, if you feel that way, most definitely look into setting some time aside and coming out to the retreat and really engage in the retreat, engage with other people, and see where God takes this.